Hey folks, I am back. It has been 2 whole weeks. I have missed y'all like crazy. I've missed the comments, the thumbs up, and the ability to be able to bring y'all the truth. I have been super busy though. I do have 2 strikes on my channel and 2 copyright strikes on my channel, so listen to this part closely. If you want to continue to participate in my channel, I need everybody that hasn't already to go subscribe to my backup channel at this point, which is DIY Scrapper. I'll leave you a link in the description below, and I've got a bunch of other links in the description below as well, including to my Rumble channel in case this happens again. It is also devoted Patriots 2 over on Rumble. I'll leave you a link for that one as well. If you don't know, that's where I've been for the last couple of weeks. I've made, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos over the last couple of weeks, but I have been on my junking channel quite a bit. I ended up getting over 200 appliances last week to junk, so I have been junking like a madman. Enough about me. Um, I have been writing down some of the stuff that's been going on over the last couple of weeks that I really haven't been able to report on too much. And I just want to give you a run through. Most of the stuff y'all probably already heard, but I have got a little bit of good news for you at the end with the mystery idiot behind me here, behind behind the screen. Can y'all guess who that is? Yeah, I know who it is. I can't stand him. Channel 25 News, one of their biggest liars over there. But at any rate, that'll be the end of the video clip. Let you know that we are winning. The stats don't lie, and this guy here is probably one of the lefties that really, really hate to have to bring this information out to his listeners. Now, before I get into that, actually, that'll be the very end of the video. Like I said, let me just do a run through and read you all the good stuff. And like I said, go check out my other channels. One's a junking channel, and then I got a Rumble channel as well. In the links in the description below, because if this channel happens to disappear over a copyright issue or something in the next 90 days, I would like everybody to be able to find me. I'll be over probably maybe in the vergence of converting my junket channel into a dual channel if this one goes away. Like I said, enough about me. Just trying to prepare for the possible worst. I did get a job this week. I've been power washing for a company called Time here in town, and all I can say is long days, lots of hours, and good money. But I still will be bringing y'all a video each and every day, folks. But it will be in the evening. It won't be coming out in the morning. I get up way too early for that stuff now. But at any rate, let me go ahead and get into what I wanted to read y'all. Just some of the highlights over the last couple of weeks. As soon as I got a whack-a-mole, Tucker Carlson got nuked by Fox News over 19 million speculations. But the truth of the matter is, they didn't want to hear his free speech, non-censorship attitude towards so many topics. Everything from the Wu flu to the J6 event to just so many things. His stance on what's going on over in Ukraine. Tucker brought us a lot of really good information along the way at Fox, and Fox News really hates him for it, including discussing people picking processes. That didn't help him much either. But at any rate, he's going to do bigger and better things elsewhere. He's already had $100 million offers. He has a digital company trying to reel him in. We got Rumble trying to reel him in, and we got Newsmax that wants him to. And I think Tucker is going to open his own media empire, is what speculations are at this point. He's been talking with Elon Musk, of all people, and that's great news, too. Now, there's quite a bit of reading to do. That's why I got my goggles on, and I scribble. I can barely read my own writing, so bear with me, folks. It says, one of the things that has really happened this week that I thought was really great, or over the last 2 weeks, besides Tucker getting his freedom, even though it may look like a bad thing currently, it's going to be a great thing later. Even though Fox is trying to hold him in his contract, which will not work, he's going to get out of that one. Don't you worry about that. That's what lawyers are for. But at any rate, Don Lemon got fired the same week and didn't change their ratings not one drop. Now, when Fox got rid of Tucker Carlson, they went from 4 to 5 million viewers on their channel on the prime time down to about 1.5 million. So they lost 2 point something million, maybe 3 million, close to 3 million of their subscribers because Tucker left. and everybody's waiting to find out where Tucker is going next. So I think this is going to be a big win for the country in the end. But right now, it is Fox News pulling a Bud Light move right now, and it is not looking good for them. Their numbers are tanking like crazy, and won't be long. They're going to have to get rid of a few more people because they can't afford it. You watch. Fox is going to be either sold, split up, or bought out by somebody else because this is not working for them. Either they're literally shot themselves in the foot and they're bleeding profusely. I guess waiting to see how it goes. Enough about Fox. Now, the HHS, home, there was a lady from actually, she's an IRS whistleblower, and she is blowing the whistle on the HHS about the facilitating of all these kids that are being in foster care, that are being brought into this country over the border. Um, this lady, I can't say enough great things about her. She was a brave lady to come out and speak about just what's really going on. She realized that these kids are literally being passed around to people that really they shouldn't be passed around to. And are basically, she has proven with her whistleblowing to the Congress this week that our government, including the Child Protective Services, at this point in time, have no way of tracking where these kids are going that are being facilitated into this country. And there's not even an investigative team to make sure that the people that they're being passed off to are the people they say they are. No investigation whatsoever. It is just basically, oh, you want some? Here, take them. That's what's really going on. And this lady's exposing this. She said she couldn't live with it. She said it was killing her heart just to have to see the way um, this is causing um, other businesses to crop up, which are not good for the children. We're talking about late night open factories, uh, child labor, and some other things going on that you really can't discuss too much over here on Tommy Tube. You know what I'm talking about, folks. I bet y'all do. But at any rate, some other things that happened is Blinken has been on the hot seat for lying to the Congress. They have proven he's lied to the Congress over some emails with him and Hunter, and they're going to try to give him a contempt of Congress charge on this, which is actually punishable by prison time. We'll see how that lays out. Now, I do have some more information about Anthony Blinken that had just dropped today, and these a lot of the stuff is allegations. And I'll go ahead and tell you. I'll leave a link in the description below to that article. It's about this Aspen Institute that ChatGPT was Anthony Blinken affiliated with. Somebody asked the right question, and sure enough, it was wonky that ChatGPT was directing this question to the answer, and where the answer was had been wiped. And so they actually got into another ChatGPT that has been around longer than this one, which has only been around since 2021, and was able to find out more evidence involving, or more alleged evidence involving Anthony Blinken with this institute. And what does this institute do? Well, it's kind of a State Department thing where they help do damage control. What's called a dump and I think it's a dump and pump scheme. I think is what it's called. It's where basically you find a way to do damage control for the fact that they knew the laptop information was coming out. And they've been actually working on this for a long time, and it looks like allegations at this point are leading in a direction to say that Blinken may have been for a while now trying to do his best to help Hunter Biden stay out of trouble. And that's probably why he got his job. Just my opinion, folks. But I'll leave you a link in the description for that one. That is actually a really long, drawn out article. I suggest go reading it, folks. It is definitely interesting. I probably didn't explain it properly. There's just so much involved in on it. But at any rate, glad to be back. This video may be a little bit long. It says Tucker dropped a video after he got nuked off of Fox. on Twitter, 80 million views. Him just kind of explaining things a little bit. He didn't actually tell off on Fox too much, but he did say couldn't do it. He couldn't do the. He knew it was coming to an end. Basically, what it says. But that's crazy. That tells you that anywhere Tucker wants to go, he can go, and people will follow him. They followed him over to Twitter the minute he was off Fox. That tells the story all by itself. Now, Trump was in New Hampshire. That was a great speech. I watched that. DeSantis is not officially, but officially in. I've seen commercials, and he's out on the campaign trail. There's no doubt about it. DeSantis is definitely running at this point for anybody that doesn't know. Now, there's been another whistleblower that's going to be coming out later this week. I think he's in protective custody right now. James Comer says Wednesday we will get a bomb dropped about the Biden family, and he's talking about LLCs, he's talking about transactions, he's talking about more than one Biden, and he says he's got the proof and he's got the whistleblower that's going to lay it all out. And this is somebody that was directly involved uh, with these foreign entities. I'll just call them that. Now, let me see here. I seen a video yesterday. I'll try to find it for you and bring it back. George Soros was being introduced by Hillary Clinton to the Democrat Party. And this was way back in the early 2000s, 2004. That's when our country started to change, folks. At that point, right there, when they let George Soros be a card carrying member of the Democrat Party because of his pocketbook, and Hillary snuggled up to him, our country's been going downhill ever since. Trump was a speed bump in the road that just exposed all that. Thank God Trump beat Hillary, or we would have been putting up with this stuff for another God knows how long. 8 years of Obama was enough. Now, if you stick around to the end of the video, like I said, this is getting kind of long, but if you stick around to the end of the video, this mystery idiot behind me has got something to say, and it's actually good news because he don't like it. And it actually says something about what's going on in this country. I think all this corruption that is being exposed about the Bidens is actually doing some good. I think people are turning on the television and they're seeing more Hunter Biden and Joe Biden involved, and they're going, maybe I won't vote for them next time. See, they said that this laptop, if it would have been exposed before the 2020, would have changed the results. Well, it's exposed now. I think it's changing results, folks. Just my opinion. Now, let's see here. Been gone 2 weeks. Joe Biden's still a piece of crap. That didn't change much. Biden tried to have jokes at an event he was at. As he was at a dinner. That went over horribly bad. I was not laughing with him. I was laughing at him. Hunter's in court. Been in court behind his baby mama, the child that he refuses to claim as his own. And the judge looks like the judge is going to make Hunter Biden divulge information about his finances, whether he likes it or not. And that is a winner, winner, chicken dinner, because we all know for a fact that Hunter Biden's never had a real job, but he's got plenty of money coming in. So that there's going to have to be some explaining done at this point, and I'm glad to see it coming from every direction against the Bidens. It says Hunter Biden should be indicted this week, and I say that because James Comer said Wednesday they better not indict Hunter Biden before Wednesday because the FBI has had Hunter Biden information for 3 years now, 4 years now, and they better not indict Hunter Biden behind the gun and the tax issues because that's what it looks like is going to happen. James Comer believes that they're probably going to try to do this in order to squash the ability to do any further investigations into Hunter Biden because they'll go, he's under investigation, so we can't talk about it. That's what they're going to try to do. And James Comer said, you better wait till after Wednesday because Wednesday we dropping bombs. We got whistleblowers. We got some proof from point A to B to C that proves that all the Bidens were involved, allegedly. I have to throw that one in there for YouTube's sake. Got to be careful, folks. Um, Now, let's see here. I'm about done. Title 42 is about to end on Thursday, and Biden sending 1,500 troops down there to sending our soldiers down there. I guess to be pencil pushers to help facilitate the migrants in the country faster. Just like Mayorkas said the other day in Congress. We're going to do everything we can to prove the border secure by facilitating them faster. Now, Abbott says that's not enough. That's not going to do nothing. These people are fixing to come across here in massive numbers. They've actually had over 24,000 people come in the last 72 hours. That means there are about 8 or 10,000 people a day cruising over as we speak, and it's only going to get worse. So Abbott put his 1,500 troops down there as well, and this is to protect the border. And we're not talking about any troops. It is an elite group of National Guards coming with Hummers, helicopters, and other tactical equipment to help secure the border in the hottest spots where they know they're going to have the biggest migration flow. It's called the Texas Tactical Border Force. It is, like I said, the elite members of the National Guard, some of the best as far as that goes. And I'm glad to see Abbott's doing it. He probably should have done this a year ago and maybe slowed down some of this process, but it is what it is. Now, with Title 42, it could have just been put on hold. Not going to happen. Biden's not going to do it. But it does look like we are going to have a massive influx of people coming into this country. And as bad as it is going to be one more thing that causes people to not vote for Joe Biden. It's fact, folks. And if you don't believe me, check this out. Now, this is about a 3-minute video, so bear with me. But the last minute or so is the good stuff because it tells a story. It says, well, I'll let you see. Let me put me down in the corner, shrink me down real quick. That's George Stephanopoulos, folks. If you don't know who that is, he's horrible. He lies for a living. He used to work for Bill Clinton, if that says anything. He used to be right there in the White House, become a correspondent for, what is it, CBS, ABC News, I believe it is. Channel 25 here
Political
in
Director
Waco.
Rick Klein here to break it down. And
Check
Rick,
what
this
he's got
poll
to
is just
say.
brutal for President Biden.
Absolutely, George. And you talked earlier about that
That's the name of this video. Brutal for Biden.
record low approval rating for President Biden. It's actually 6 points down just since February. And the skepticism over his leadership extends deep inside his own party. Only 36% of Democrats think that their party should nominate Joe Biden for a second term. 58% say they would support someone else or prefer someone else. That's despite the fact that the entire DNC, most of the Democratic establishment, has rallied behind President Biden.
Now, what has happened this week is because they know Biden is a loser, they could run a ham sandwich against him, and the ham sandwich would win. And so the DNC is went full blown damage control to try to keep Biden as the primary nominee. They're just not going to do any debates. They're just going to say anybody that throws their hat in the ring, like Robert F. Kennedy, or like I think it's Robert F. Kennedy Jr. I guess it is. JF, I don't know, last name Kennedy. But at any rate, he threw his hat in the ring as well over the last couple of weeks, and he's been speaking out about the CIA and nefarious things that happened in November's and the Wu flu, and he has just been doing a tell-all about what happened to his uncle JFK, and none of that stuff is YouTube friendly. But I think the Bidens and the Democrat Party and the DNC will not be able to function with somebody in there besides Biden because they've already got things set up the way they want them. They got a puppet on center stage while they got the puppet masters running from behind. So they can't get a new guy in there because nobody will be the next puppet master. That's why they are going to bet on Biden, even with this 36% approval rating by his own party. Now, there's one more fact in this video that I thought was really awesome about Trump's numbers. And it shows, you'll see, it shows that Trump, people that even hate Trump, are not going to vote for Biden. Now, check this out.
Biden. And you're seeing real weaknesses in the coalition that powered Joe Biden to the presidency back in 2020. Biden carried independents by 13 points against Donald Trump. He is now trailing Trump by 9 points among those same voters. He carried black voters by 75 points in 2020. Now he is up just 35. That may sound like a lot, but the fact of the matter is, in modern politics, that is not the kind of number that a Democrat needs to be victorious. And then, of course, that does spill over into the head-to-head matchup, the hypothetical rematch, Trump versus Biden. Right now, a 7-point edge in our poll from in Trump leading Biden. And in fact, it's an identical number with Ron DeSantis in a head-to-head that might happen next November.
I think he's lying about them numbers right there. He's just trying to pump DeSantis up there. I know they don't like DeSantis no more than they like Trump, but they definitely don't want to see another 4 years of Trump. So they throw DeSantis numbers about the same as Trump. I guarantee you them are not accurate numbers.
That tells us at this very early stage, George, that this race is shaping up a lot more about the incumbent president, Joe Biden, than it is about any of his challengers.
And Rick, as I mentioned with Senator Langford, President Trump, at least right now, appears to be strengthening his hold on his front-runner status for the Republican nomination.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We've seen Donald Trump's numbers go up in the last couple of months across a range.
Trump is up to about 52% right now, 54%. That's the real numbers, folks.
Range of polls, and most of the other candidates either going down or staying around the same. Ron DeSantis at 20%. Of course, that is not even half Trump's total right now. Everyone else in the single digits. That includes our ABC News contributor Chris Christie, who's considering a run of his own. He's at 1% in this poll. And when we ask people to focus in on the top candidates, to choose just among the top contenders, you actually see Trump's number go up a little bit. Ron DeSantis does as well, but still, he's nowhere near where Donald Trump is across the country. The other candidates, again, still in the mid or low single digits. And this is interesting because despite all of that, despite the strength that we're seeing for Donald Trump right now, a strong majority of Americans think he should be facing criminal charges across a range of investigations, including on this one. 56% say that he should face charges over his attempts to overturn the 2020 election. What's interesting to me about this, George, is that even among that 56%, the people that think that, yes, Trump should face criminal charges, 18% say they would vote for Donald Trump over Joe Biden anyway.
Oh, that's it right there. You know what that says, folks? That is the best part of the video for me. That says that even though Biden's in the 30% range, 18% of the people that think Trump should be charged will not vote for Biden. That's what this says. They will vote for Trump over Biden, or they won't vote at all. Either way, it's a win for the country. 18%, folks. That is a heck of a number. If you don't like Trump, that means the Trump haters are more likely to vote for him than Biden. At least 20% of them, 18% of them. That's a huge number. That's a huge win, folks. And that is the type numbers we need with these open borders, with these crazy policies, with everything going on with our country right now. The shame, the disaster, the blame, the bullshit, the economy. Everybody on this whole continent of the United, or everybody in the United States, and probably most people around the world know at this point in time of all the allegations against the Biden family. They know of all the allegations that have been thrown at the Trump family. And over the next year, we get to do exactly to Biden just what they did to Trump, running through the ringer with these committee hearings. I want to see subpoenas for John Kerry, Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, Anthony Blinken, Mayorkas, and Merrick Garland. They've all lied under oath, every single one of them. Let's give them all contempt of court charges or contempt of Congress charges and start those impeachment proceedings, because these folks are not credible enough to be doing anything but destroying our country at this point. And that's all I really got for you folks. I'll let this video go ahead and play out. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. And go check out the links I got down below. Give me some subscriptions on them other channels. And don't forget about that link I talked about in the very beginning of this about more dirt on Blinken. It's a good one.
That tells you a lot about Trump's potential strength, but maybe more than that, some of Biden's weaknesses. And that question of age that you mentioned earlier that Joe Biden has been trying to address. Donald Trump is less than 4 years younger than Joe Biden, but the concerns over Biden's age are
Not about
much more
age.
significant. 68% of voters say they think that Joe Biden is too old for an additional term. Only 44% say the same about Donald Trump.
Rick, I got to admit, I have a hard time wrapping my head around that. You've got 1 in 5 people who say they believe President Trump should face criminal charges, but they'd still vote for him.
It is remarkable, and I do think once there's a matchup with an actual
Oh,
person,
that's great.
maybe that changes, but that just tells you about how much Trump is kind of baked into the political equation.
That tells you how horrible Joe Biden is. You can hate Trump and still vote for him because he's better than Biden. And that's what we're getting to, folks. That's what 2024 is going to bring about. We're going to get these independents and these non-voters that say, I can't do 4 more years of Biden. I got to go stand up and go make my mark. That's what I'm waiting for, folks. We ain't got long. We got a little over a year, and this country is going to be in a totally different trajectory. I just have to believe that with all my heart. Like, subscribe, and share to vote Patriots. And everybody have a great day. I will see you about this time tomorrow. Over and out.